I have a question for you. What purple McDonald's character, introduced in 1971 as part of McDonaldland, is known for his love of milkshakes? Hi, I'm Mark Ellison, host of the podcast 5 Daily Trivia Questions. Here's another question. What NFL team, founded in 1961, is known for its purple uniforms and Viking horn logo? No, the questions aren't always purple, but we do have theme days on 5 Daily Trivia Questions. Here's one more. What 1984 Prince film and album features the hit songs When Doves Cry and a song about rain? Follow 5 Daily Trivia Questions and come play along. Oh, and the answers: The Grimace, The Vikings, and Purple Rain. 5 Daily Trivia Questions wherever you get your shows. The number 5 Daily Trivia Questions.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE-certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Calaroga Shark Media.
From Washington, D.C., where we were texted war plans and are about to share them on this very podcast, this is Ballot.
That's right. Every day you think the news can't get stupider, but somehow it has, so let's hit this. Hi, I'm Patrick Gutfield with the Secret War Plans. Government officials accidentally added a journalist to their war plans group chat. The Trump administration must have been like, let's add Jeff from accounting to our super secret bombing conversation. Oh, wait, that's Jeff Goldberg from The Atlantic. The Atlantic's editor-in-chief, Jeffrey Goldberg, revealed he got added to a Signal group chat called Houthi PC Small Group, where 18 Trump officials, including Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Vice President J.D. Vance, were casually discussing plans to bomb Yemen. That's right. They were planning military strikes using the same app your aunt uses to send conspiracy theories. Goldberg actually knew about the Yemen airstrikes 2 days before they happened. Can you imagine being a journalist and getting that notification? You've been added to top secret war planning. I'd assume it was a prank until I saw CNN reporting on the exact bombings discussed. When asked about the report, President Trump said he doesn't know anything about it, which is probably the first time in history someone said that, and it might actually be true. The White House National Security Council called this an inadvertent number being added and praised the deep and thoughtful policy coordination between senior officials. Nothing says thoughtful coordination like accidentally inviting journalists to your classified war meeting. Democrats in Congress are understandably freaking out. Representative Chris DeLuzio said, "This is an outrageous national security breach and heads should roll." Meanwhile, Nebraska Republican Don Bacon acknowledged he's accidentally sent the wrong person a text, but called sharing classified info on non-secure networks unconscionable. In the latest episode of Oops, I Just Compromised National Security, Goldberg just sat there watching them discuss classified war plans like it was a reality show. He didn't announce himself and nobody noticed JG wasn't supposed to be there. It's like when you accidentally join the wrong Zoom meeting, but instead of budget reports, they're discussing bombing another country. And the tea was piping hot. The messages revealed Vance questioning the mission, telling the group, "I think we are making a mistake, and I just hate bailing Europe out again." Nothing says team unity like the vice president expressing doubts about a military strike in the group chat. Remember when the biggest security concern was Hillary's emails? Well, now we've got cabinet officials casually dropping strike coordinates in a Signal chat that included a reporter from The Atlantic. I guess in 2025, we've replaced loose-lipped sink ships with clumsy thumbs leak bombs. I guess the good news is this distracted everyone from talking about Greenland. Trump officials' trip to Greenland is giving major stalker who doesn't understand rejection vibes. Second Lady Usha Vance is headed to the icy island this Thursday, supposedly to watch a dog sled race with her son and celebrate the long history of mutual respect between our nations. How sweet! Except there's one tiny problem. Her father-in-law keeps telling everyone he wants to buy their country. This diplomatic charm offensive comes right when Greenland is in the middle of forming a new government after recent elections. Talk about bad timing. Outgoing Prime Minister Muta Egede called Vance's visit highly aggressive and definitely not a harmless visit from a politician's wife. When even the locals are calling you out, maybe reconsider your vacation plans. The best part? President Trump claimed Greenland officials invited the American delegation, but Greenland's government immediately fired back on Facebook. Just for the record, Nálakkur the government of Greenland, has not extended any invitations for any visits. Nothing says international diplomacy like being publicly fact-checked on social media. Energy Secretary Chris Wright and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, yes, the same guy who accidentally added a journalist to his military planning signal chat, will also be visiting. They're touring America's northernmost military base while Vance attends the dog sled races. It's like they're playing good cop, bad cop, except everyone knows they're all bad cops. Trump has called acquiring Greenland an absolute necessity and refuses to rule out using military force or economic pressure. Meanwhile, Greenlanders are in the streets with signs reading, "We are not for sale" and "Make America go away." Nothing says successful diplomacy like inspiring protest signs. Usha Vance is no dummy. She's highly accomplished and sophisticated. She knows exactly what message her trip sends. But hey, maybe she really does love dog sled racing. Or maybe she's just doing her part in what appears to be the world's most awkward real estate viewing. Great location, spectacular views, comes with 340,000 residents who absolutely don't want you here. "23andMe declared bankruptcy this weekend, which is a fancy way of saying they're broke and selling all their stuff. The company that convinced 15 million people to spit in a tube for science is now spitting out Chapter 11 bankruptcy filings. You know what's hilarious about this whole situation? The California Attorney General had to issue a special consumer alert telling people to delete their DNA data from the company. When the government is telling you to erase yourself from a database, that's usually something you hear in spy movies, not weekend errands. So I got an email that said, "Your DNA might be for sale." And I thought, that's strange because I never put it on eBay. But apparently when 23andMe goes under, all those genetic secrets you paid $100 to discover could end up in someone else's corporate hands. The CEO, Ann Wojcicki, resigned, but is still on the board, which is like quitting your job at a restaurant, but still showing up every day to eat the fries. She wants to buy back the company, probably at a discount. Smart move. Buy high, sell low, then buy lower. That's just good business. The Connecticut Attorney General said consumers should delete their data given the sensitivity of this data, the previous breach, and the precarious finances of the company. That's government speak for run. They've got your genetic code and they're going broke. So if you're one of the 15 million people who sent your spit to Silicon Valley, you might want to hit that delete button before your DNA ends up being sold alongside the office furniture and the company Keurig machine. And remember, unlike your Netflix password or phone number, your genetic code is something you're stuck with for life. It's the one thing you can't change about yourself. Well, that and your embarrassing high school yearbook photos. We've got a restaurant in Seabrook where a couple decided, let's add dine-and-dash to their date night activities. That's right, the general manager of Cabo Clear Lake is trying to press charges against a couple who bounced on a $52 tab. These criminal masterminds ordered a couple of beers, some food, and enjoyed a live band before performing their vanishing act. The moment the bartender turned their back, poof, gone. The woman later called the restaurant and tried the classic, "You didn't bring me the bill" outside defense. The manager, Kara Draken, filed a police report with Seabrook Police because nothing says high-priority crime like pursuing two people over $52. I'm sure they'll put their top detectives on the case right away. Ma'am, were the suspects eating chicken wings or nachos? This could be the break we need. Server Olivia Richardson pointed out that when customers don't pay, it's the staff who really gets hurt. You work 8 hours, make $200, and the tab was $200. So you just worked 8 hours for free. That's basically an internship at a major news network, except you actually do work. The restaurant manager said she doesn't make her staff pay for walked-out tabs, which is nice of her since that would be, illegal. But she still took to Facebook to shame the couple because nothing solves problems like public humiliation on social media. So the next time you're thinking about skipping out on your bill at Cabo Clear Lake, just remember, Carriage will hunt you down, call you on the phone, post about you on Facebook, and then tell Patrick Gutfield, who will make fun of you on a top-rated podcast. Is that worth saving $52? Actually, in this economy, maybe. Portions of today's show were made with the help of being added to a text chain, AI, and another round of Bud Lights.
It is the world's most secretive election. When a pope dies, ancient traditions begin. A silver hammer, a destroyed ring, over 100 cardinals locked away from the world, choosing the next leader of 1 billion faithful. White Smoke. The Path to a New Pope, from Cabo Clear Lake Media, wherever you get your podcasts.